I really miss not having my own room. Can't stand this dump one more day. It just makes me want to throw up. The very smell of this place reeks of stale beer and urine. Why do we have to stay here anyways?
Well, for one thing, it's free until the health department forces us out. Because I don't have no job, I don't have no money. That's why. Do you think this is my idea of a home? Remember, I have seen a lot better. I didn't plan for it to be like this, but it is. So deal with it.
Mommy, I'm cold and hungry too.
I sure wish they would let me take a couple of sandwiches. But the soup kitchen, they have rules for that sort of stuff.
But why? They should know that sandwich and soup won't last all night. What are you supposed to do at night when you're hungry? It's not fair! It's not fair!
Stop your whining, complain.
Shut up your mouth! No one complained more than you do. Baby, they won't let me take any food out. Because some people were caught selling the food for drug and liquor.
But Mommy, you won't do that stuff.
Well, it doesn't matter. Everyone's looked at us as if they're drunks and druggies, alright?
Thanks, but next time Susie asks me a question, let me answer it for myself.
Sure. I'll let you explain everything. Especially how in God's name you allowed us to lose our home and now we have to live in this dump of a place.
Would you prefer the homeless shelter down the street? Will that suit your taste better? I will go there tomorrow and see if they will let us stay there.
If you try to move us out of this dump into that overcrowded, lice-infested dump, you'll never see me again.
You wouldn't dare!
You just try it.
You will go wherever I say we go. We are a family.
You call this a family?
Yes, I call this a family.
Stop it, stop it, stop it! All you two ever do is argue all the time the same thing.
Oh, shut up!
You will not talk to her that way again, all right? I will not let you abuse her. She is only a little girl who is cold and she is hungry, and it is not her fault.
Well, Mom, in case you haven't realized, it's not my fault either. It's not my fault either.
I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. Hello, Hattie. I'm so sorry to call you so early, but I just had to talk to someone before my brain exploded. I almost lost it today with Dana. I almost reached down and touched her, and that's the God honest truth.
No, she didn't. Not my Dana. You're joking, right?
No, I am not joking. I am dead serious.
Good Lord. What in the world did the girl do?
What did she do? You want to know what did she do? Well, our little conversation went like this. I sure wish I had my own room, because this place stinks and smells like old beer and urine.
Well, she probably didn't mean it like it sounded.
Yes, she did. And then she had the nerve to ask me a question.
And what was that?
Why do we stay here? Hey, girl, I'm telling you, I almost lost it.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you were
I
just a little upset, and for a good reason.
Yes, I did. I almost lost it. You hear me?
Well, maybe she doesn't really understand your situation.
At her age, you wouldn't think I would have to explain the obvious. She knows. She's not stupid.
Don't forget, girlfriend, she's a teenager. Hormones are working.
I told her the truth. That we will stay in this dump until the health department throws us out. Because I don't have no job. I don't have no money. I don't have anything. Like this is my idea of a home. Huh. I have seen it a lot better. I didn't plan for it to be like this, but it is. So she has to do like everyone else does. She has to deal with it.
And how is Susie handling it?
Oh, Susie, she is a sweetheart about all this stuff. But it just hurt my heart when my baby says she is cold and she is hungry and I can't do nothing about it.
Well, why don't you call a field assistant and get some free oil?
I can't call the fuel apartment because this place is condemned and the furnace doesn't work.
Well, what are you using to heat with, the stove?
I'm using the stove, but that oven thing is burned out.
Girl, you know that's not safe. You can set the place on fire.
Well, I'm sorry, but what else can I do? Excuse me, Hattie. Baby, I know you're cold and hungry, but button up your coat. The school bus will be here soon.
Is Dana around?
Dana? Oh, she left already. I almost hurt that girl this morning.
You know you love that girl to death. Them your nerves working. Did she do something else?
Yes, she did. She had the nerve to tell Susie to stop complaining about being cold. And my baby was hungry and wanted to know why they wouldn't let us take any food off the premise.
Well, did you take time to tell Susie that she really doesn't understand?
And so many words. But I told Miss Smart, you know who? Next time Susie asks me a question, let me answer it for myself.
That bus has really went over well.
Yes, you're right. It didn't go over very well, but frankly, I don't care. And oh, I almost forgot. She is blaming me for everything. According to her, it's my fault that I don't have no job, that I don't have no money, and that good-for-nothing father walked out on us. And finally, she called this a hell of a hole.
You gotta be patient. Just count to 10 before you answer to something like this.
Girl, when I sat there, I had to count to 20 instead of 10. I had to remind Princess Diana that I will go to the homeless shelter if she prefer.
That must have really impressed her.
Honey, that's when all you know broke out. We began yelling and screaming at each other and talking so loud that it upset Susie. And Susie wanted us to stop yelling at each other. And Dana told her to shut up.
She said what? She said that to you?
No, that girl ain't crazy. That girl was talking to Susie. But it might as well have been me.
Well, what did you say to her?
I tried to explain to Dana that it wasn't Susie, that our family situation, that it wasn't Susie's fault. But then she began crying and screaming and saying over and over again, it is not my fault.
And God knows that's the truth.
Maybe she's right. Maybe it is my fault.
Well, girl, you sound a little nutty now.
Well, thanks. But you know what? That doesn't make me feel any better. I gotta go now. I think the inspector is outside. I'll talk to you later.
That's what friends are for. I'll call you tonight.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Hello? Is this Judy? Judy Burke?
Yes, it is. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, Hi there. How you doing? This is Sarah and Tolley, room B14.
Can you hear me clearly? It's kind of noisy out here.
I can now. I probably couldn't have picked a worse time, first period, but I really needed to catch you this morning.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. What's on your mind?
Well, your name came up as a person who on occasion performed a little miracle here and there. I had this sweet young girl who could really benefit from any help you could give her. She's a senior.
Oh, do I know her?
I'm pretty sure you do. Remember the young lady who volunteered to tutor a couple of 7th graders last year? She had them come down to her final class after school. The one you kidded with about how you almost blew up your science lab in high school.
Oh, yes, that's the young scientist.
Yes, that's her. I heard that over the years you've pulled some amazing rabbits out of your bonnet. Well, this kid and her family could really use any and all the help you could muster up.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
She and her mom and little sister are practically homeless and may very well be moving into a shelter any day now.
Oh, that's somewhat amazing that the children can talk to you about such much important information from kids of that age group.
I actually found out accidentally. I overheard a couple of her friends. One was practically in tears, and they very reluctantly told me what was going on. Now I understand why her grades have fallen off lately.
My, that's too bad. Poor kid. She's already a senior and she's got the senior fright going on. And now having to worry about being homeless on top of that? That's a lot for a child.
Think you might be able to wave that magic wand and throw in a little abracadabra?
Well, I can't claim to have a magic wand. And I've never tried abracadabra. But I do have a Bible. And through the years, I have done some unexpected blessings. So as soon as we hang up, I'll make some phone calls and see what God's going to send our way.
Well, I'll be praying for your success.
No, not you.
Don't let that fool you, sister girl.
Well, honey, hush. I'm going to jump right on that. But yes, please keep on praying. We're going to need those prayers.
I thank you so much, and I'm clearly aware that my request at this late hour puts you into a lot of pressure at this time.
You know what, Sarah? That's when God does his best work.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Girl, we got to talk.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Merry Christmas. I'm out of here in a couple of days, so I'm so glad I can leave you in peace.
Yeah, girl, you just go ahead and enjoy the family, enjoy your vacation. God's got this. God's got this.
Amen. Merry Christmas.
Oh, hi, Dana. I've asked you to come to my office. I'm a little concerned about the direction that your grades have taken this semester. You know, normally when you change terms, the grades change a little bit. But when a bright young girl like yourself goes from an A- to a D- to a C+, I get concerned. You know, the last time we spoke, you had college in your future. Has things changed?
No, ma'am, Miss Burke. I want to go to college. I want to go now more than ever, believe me.
Well, sweetheart, the way your grades are right now, you might have to do probation at the community college level.
I know I've been messing up, and I'm going to talk to my teachers to try and get some makeup work to help my grades. But things have just been so tough lately.
Well, if you want to talk about it, you know, all you have to do is,
Miss Burke, do you know any homeless kids that go to school?
no, can't say I have. Do you? If you can tell me who they are, I have some friends at the state.
No, not safe. Because they might just take her away to live in some foster home. That would just kill her.
Well, that's not the only option.
really think you can help?
I'm not absolutely sure, but I'm sure I can help.
Miss Burke, you gotta promise not to tell a soul. Gotta swear on your mother's grave and cross your heart.
Well, I can see by the way you're saying it, this is something that needs to be kept just between those who need to know. But I don't swear. So I'm hoping that if I just promise God to be the witness, that I'm giving you my word, that that's going to be sufficient for you.
You believe in God?
Well, yes, I do. He's done great things for me.
I wish I could believe, but how can I when things are just going so bad in my life?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say just losing you a couple of grades is a major life situation. God works small and big things, Dana.
I was thinking about that little girl.
Oh, no. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
It's me and my mom and my sister.
Oh, no.
We've been homeless for several months now.
Oh, no, I didn't know. But I saw your mom and I met your sister. Doesn't your mom work at the department store? And what about your dad?
Mom's store was closed due to reorganization, and she's the last part of her unemployment. She won't talk about it, but I know she's afraid. My dad left after he lost his job, and our house was repossessed. I think people would keep failing us, and then he started drinking real heavy. The last time I saw him, I barely recognized him. And as sad as that was, the saddest part was that he didn't recognize me.
Then I didn't know. Did you tell any of your teachers?
Oh no, please don't tell them. I don't want any sympathy. I don't want to be the school's poster child for the homeless. My life is complicated enough. If everybody knew, I could just die.
Oh, no, Dana, please don't say that. Just lowering grades is not enough to die for. God works on big things and small things. But to tell you what I have to tell you, I'm going to have to change my hats.
Whisper, you don't wear hats.
Oh, but I do. The hat I wear today is as a school guidance counselor. But I wear another hat on Sunday as a Sunday school teacher.
You teach Sunday school?
Yes, I do. And because I do, I feel comfortable in telling you what I'm about to tell you. God is real. God is as real as the air you breathe. You can't see the air, but you know it's there. He allows us to go through things to strengthen our faith, to know that our promises are being answered. Not immediately sometimes, but if we just pray and have patience, He'll get us through. You know, it reminds me of a song that my mom used to sing. We'll understand it day after day, by and by. Took me a long time to understand what that song meant.
What was that?
To be patient, to wait on the Lord. That there's nothing that He can't get us through. We'll understand that. A blessed assurance is coming. Hang in there with God's faith and you can get through anything.
Whisper, you really believe that stuff, don't you? You know, listening to you was like hearing my grandmother talk when she was alive. When she died, we stopped going to church.
It sounds like your grandmother was grounded in God. And yes, I believe that stuff, as you put it.
My grandmother? That lady prayed when she got up, prayed while she was up, over every meal, even her snacks. Sang church songs while she cooked and cleaned, then finished off the day by praying before she went to bed. Yeah, I guess you would call it grounded.
And what about you, Dana? Do you believe in God? Sounds like you're trying to do it all by yourself. You know what? If God was good enough for your grandmother, don't you think He might be good enough for you? You know, I got this song I want you to listen to. It's contemporary. The title is Great is Thy Faithfulness. So I want you to listen to this and bring it back on Wednesday. No, make that Thursday. It'll give me some time to make some phone calls for you. So I'll see you then, okay? Don't forget now.
I will.
All right.
Great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, mercies I see. All I
have needed, thy hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. What are you saying?
Just a song Miss Burke gave me to listen to. She's really nice. She was talking about God in this one old song that Grandma used to sing. I didn't realize she was so religious.
Oh. So I thought they took religion out of school. That court case thing. That's what you got. Everyone know they took prayer out of school. It was on the news. Did you know that?
No one took prayer out of school. Kids can pray at school as long as they want, as long as they don't disrupt the class. I see kids praying at lunchtime all the time. There ain't no sign at the front of the school that reads no prayer on these premises.
So what is all the fuss about?
I don't know. If anyone tells you there's no prayer in school, they're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Morning by morning, mercies I see. All I have needed is thy hand provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. You know, that's a beautiful song. If it only was true.
Miss Burke swears by it. Well, not swear because her religion doesn't allow her to swear, but she believes it. Maybe she knows something.
Dana, you need to go and talk to your little sister. She's a little upset about something that happened at school today.
Like what? What happened at school?
You know that little girl named Janet? She told some of the other kids that Susie's house was raggedy and cold.
Whoa, Mom. Duh, look around you. This isn't exactly Princess Diana's summer cottage, you know. Plus, I can almost see your breath as you speak.
My breath? Your breath? My breath as you speak? I hope. I know it's cold in here, but you know what? I'm gonna give it to you. All right. You got that one, but you know what? It's what Janet's parents told her, that it was unsafe and unhealthy for Susie to play with her because she may have lice or some type of disease.
Lice? When did being poor mean you had lice? We don't have lice. They're supposed to be intelligent people. The only thing crazy enough to live in a place this cold are people like us. Lice is way too smart to live in a place this cold.
I hope that's what you were not planning on telling Susie. Because it may be funny to you, but coming from someone who she thought was her friend, it hurt her.
Sure, Mom. I'm gonna tell Susie that lice is too smart to live in a place this cold. Come on, give me a little credit, please. Don't you realize that Christmas is 2 weeks from tomorrow?
Yes, I know. But you know what? It's really, really hard, Dana, for little kids like Susie, who's supposed to believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and stuff like that. You did, and I did. But reality comes in so soon for little kids to not to have dreams also. Go ahead and talk to Susie, please.
Okay. Hey, Mouse. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You don't look like nothing to me. Look, I heard what happened with Janet today. Don't let it bother you. She probably didn't mean it the way it sounded.
In front of all those kids? She said that in front of all those kids. It really made me feel sad and ashamed.
Hey, look at me. We are a family and we stick together. I remember when I was little. I didn't mean to call you little.
That's alright.
Wow, this is worse than what I thought. Okay, so there was just this little boy that just hated my guts. And he would always say bad things to me, and I would run home crying to mom and dad. They sat me down one day and told me to remember this the next time that happened. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you.
So is that what you told him the next time?
Heck no. Next time he said something bad to me, I remembered that sticks and stones would break his bones, but my words would never hurt him. And believe me, I wanted to hurt him. So I grabbed the nearest stick and whacked him one. And then threw a rock at him for good measure. And he ran home crying.
What did you tell mom and dad when you came home and told them?
Well, after mom stopped crying and dad stopped laughing so much, they sat me down and they told me that I somehow gotten the meaning of what they said confused, and they tried to explain it again. But I think I got it right the first time, because after that, that little boy never said another bad word to me.
So should I hit Janet?
No, that's not the answer. You should talk to her. Call her over tomorrow at recess and tell her how you feel. And if she's a real friend, she'll understand and not say that again.
But what if she doesn't?
Sticks and stones. Just kidding.
Janet, you're funny. Thanks.
Sure, look at it.
Who you calling little?
What? By the way, what are you writing?
Promise not to laugh?
I promise.
This is my letter to Santa. The teacher told us if we liked, she would mail them to make sure he got them. Dana, why are you crying? I asked him to bring you a lot of stuff too.
I'm not crying, silly.
Then why are your eyes all red and water in your cheek?
I got something in my eye, silly. Okay, get ready for bed. Bundle up tight, okay? Pretty good. I told her about the old sticks and stones story.
No, you didn't. Dana, you didn't tell Susie to wax Janet like you did that little boy.
Chill, Mom, chill. I cleaned it up a tad and suggested that she talk to Janet. And if Janet's a real friend, that she'll understand and not say that again.
There. Thanks, sweetie. You know what? You're a beautiful person to have as a big sister.
Thanks, Mom. But I'm not so sure how well I did with the other thing.
What other thing?
Well, apparently, Susie's teacher has agreed to mail their letters to Santa to make sure that they reach the North Pole.
Oh my God! Here I'm wondering how I'm gonna keep this raggedy roof over our head, and this girl is writing to Santa Claus. I need a drink. I need a drink.
Mom, you don't drink it.
Well, the devil in hell is sure trying to make me start here.
Brother Tim, don't turn around too fast. But I want you to take a casual look over there. That guy over there in line with the torn, greasy green jacket. If I didn't know better, I would have thought that was Robert Jenkins.
That's Mother Jenny, that is Robert Jenkins. That boy sure is not looking good. There was one fine-looking young man. Reminded me a lot of myself when I was young. You never know it by the way he looks now. Drugs and liquor just tearing that boy apart.
Lord, Brother Tim, what in God's name happened to the boy?
Well, you know, folks say that, you know, when they moved out to the suburbs, you know, they were doing so good. They had 2 cars, garage, nice house, money in the bank. Took him 10 years to get out there. He was only out there about a year and a half before he lost everything. And the boy just couldn't take it. I mean, like, the pressure got to him. He started drinking, started acting up. The girl got tired of him. She threw him out.
But do tell, as soon as that boy finished eating, me and him is gonna talk. God is still God, and he provides for his children. Robert needs to know that.
Well, you know, not just me, but other folks have tried to tell that boy that. But, you know, when you messed up on drugs and liquor, you know, you just don't listen. Boy just won't listen to nobody.
Well, excuse me, baby boy. I gotta go upstairs to the altar. I need to talk to Jesus before I talk to Robert. See, I know Jesus can fix it for Robert, because he fixed it for me. I gotta go and petition God on Robert's behalf. Amazing grace, it didn't die on the cross, it was born. I gotta go now, but I'll be back just as soon as I talk to the Lord. See you, baby.
Yes, ma'am. You take care of it. You take care of it.
Hello?
Hello, Brother Joseph. This is Reverend Taylor. Deacon Hilton told me the other day that he saw a guy that looked just like Robert Jenkins. They could have been brothers.
Well, Rev, the reason he looked so much like Robert is because he was Robert. The boy, I tell you, is doing bad, Rev, but he still had that engaging smile. I was able to talk to him a little, but I didn't want to press.
I understand. Sometimes us Christians can drive folks away with our self-righteous betrayal. We gotta let folks know that we too fall down, but our faith in God is what allows us to get back up.
Rev, God sure does have a way of getting stuff done. What he just said about falling down and getting back up is exactly what I told Robert. Then I left it alone.
What we must do now is pray for Robert. But most important, Robert needs to pray for himself. Until Robert believes and realizes the importance of having to talk with Jesus, the things he needs to make right won't happen. Brother Joseph, you keep on reminding Robert that there is no shame in falling down. The only shame is not realizing the importance of getting back up.
No, Rev, you know me. There's no way in the world I'm going to miss any opportunity to remind Robert just how much he's loved. Jesus did not die on the cross for him to live like that. Oh, Rev, I forgot. I almost forgot. I got to pick up some stuff for the soup kitchen. I keep you to know about Robert. May God bless you, Rev.
May God bless you as well.
Oh, I see you remember the appointment.
Yes, ma'am, sure did. You know what? I can't get that song out of my head. If I'm not singing it, I'm humming it. I'm about to drive my mom crazy with it.
You just keep singing, honey. You might drive her somewhere, but it won't be crazy.
I really love those lyrics.
Yeah, I know. What I love most is the promises. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Whew, girl, I gotta change my hat. I got some news for you. I talked to the pastor at our church. We actually have apartment buildings, and there's a free apartment. So I told the pastor about your mom's problem, and he wanted me to give you his number and have your mom call him. And by the way it sounded like there's a blessing coming on.
A real apartment with a furnace that works and a kitchen sink?
And a stove and a refrigerator too. Hallelujah, girl.
Miss Berg, I don't know how to thank you. I feel so lucky.
No, honey, the word isn't lucky, it's blessed.
If that's what it's called, then that's how I feel.
That's right. Well, you go on to class, Miss Bless, and you let God handle the rest.
Yes, ma'am. I can do that.
Principal Jones. I'm calling because I received concerning report regarding your helping students with a housing situation.
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Principal Jones. I do remember helping a student, but I'm confident that I didn't violate any of the school regulations or guidelines.
Well, I was told that you had contacted the church and requested assistance for that student. School policy, which is created by the school board, prohibits such activity by school personnel if it's deemed to be an attempt to promote religious belief.
Principal Jones, I'm well aware of the Board of Education policies, and I'm confident that all of my activities regarding helping and advising the child and the family fell well within the guidelines and conform with the state policies.
Okay. Mrs. Burke, could you briefly explain what exactly did you provide in the way of service to the student and family?
Well, I'll try to make this as clear as possible. First, I was advised by Miss Antoli, and she had a student and a family who was going to be homeless, and so I provided some safe housing. So I used my contacts to assist the young lady and her family.
Okay. But Ms. Burke, wasn't part of that assistance from a church?
Well, Principal Jones, the assistance that I provided was in the social service department from the arm of the church that provides that same assistance to the individual, and they didn't have to join the church. So the church did not require membership. So they are qualified for a new apartment.
Mrs. Burke, it was also reported that you discussed religious belief with the student during school hours. Could you explain or share what exactly did you discuss with the student?
Well, Principal Jones, if you're asking if this student and I prayed, rituals, and scripture readings, the answer is no. If you're asking if I shared a musical preference on how this student and her late grandmother enjoyed a very similar taste in music, then the answer is yes.
Well, only in the contents. Oh, Miss Berg, I do have one final question, if I may. Do you recall praying or mention prayer for this child?
Only in the context of possibly following her grandmother's lead and resolving a difficult personal situation. So, during our little talk, there were a couple of classes that she was failing, and still talking about her academic history and talking about what her grandmother used to do and experiences in this term. I simply just tried to help her and cheer her up by mentioning her grandmother, who she loved dearly. That seemed to do the trick. I'm, again, well aware of the school board policy and of such matters, and I'm quite confident that my actions did not violate any of the policies or the guidelines.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Burke, for taking the time to discuss this matter with me. You certainly clear up all of the questions that I have. I'm glad we had this conversation because I now have an idea of what to tell the board, that there was no violation in your suggestion to help. I hope you understand that with all these issues, I had to investigate.
Oh, yes, Principal Jones, I clearly understand that once the matter was brought to your attention, that you needed to investigate. If you have any additional information and you want to talk and you want to see me personally, I'm more than willing to do so as well.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Burke, for not just your cooperation, but especially your understanding. Of I had to make this inquiry. How are things going with that young lady and her family? I heard she's up for a scholarship.
Well, thanks for asking. Everything's looking fantastic. It's amazing how having a decent living does wonders for these children.
I fully understand. Probably more than you could ever know. Also, even though I am a school principal now, just like many of other students, I wasn't born with a gold spoon in my mouth. Thanks, Mrs. Burke, for all you do for the students. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how much you are loved by the students and the faculty of this school. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, Principal Jones. Thanks for your support, and you have a great day.
You also have a blessed day.
Oh, and you have a blessed day, Principal Jones.
Mom, Miss Burke said that her church has a vacant apartment, and the pastor would like for you to come around and take a look at it.
I can't afford what these apartments are costing on my unemployment check.
Mom, let's just do what we're supposed to do and let the Lord take care of the rest.
Who take care of the rest?
The Lord, Mama, the Lord.
Since when did you begin to believe in God?
You know what, Mama? I think that I always have. Grandma taught me that, but I've forgotten. The devil had me looking so hard at my problems that I didn't realize that God was my solution.
Amen.
You know, I remember Grandma's favorite Bible saying, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. And you know what? I believe that. And I realize that I always have. So, Mama, please do what God is telling us to do.
You really feel that strong about that, don't you?
Yes, Mom, I do. I really do.
Reverend Taylor, I was given your number by one of your members. They told me you may have a vacant apartment in one of your buildings. So I'm calling to check on that because me and my girls, we need a place to stay.
Sister Jenkins. It's good to hear your voice after all these years. I've been seeing you or Robert since your mother's promotion. That saint is still sending up her timber some 10 years later. So, how's Robert doing?
Well, not so good, Reverend. After we bought a house, we moved to the suburb. We lost track of the church, as you know. About a year or two after that, Robert lost his job and we lost the cars. And he started drinking. Next, we lost the house and we lost each other. Finally, I lost my job and the bank took the house from us. I found what I could afford. But me and my girls, we moved into this old building. It's almost fallen down on us. It has leaks and wires everywhere. And the building was condemned by the city because the furnace doesn't work.
Sounds like you.
Then I was.
Sounds like you found your valley, or your valley has found you.
Well, honest Reverend Taylor, it feels more like a canyon than a valley.
Yeah, but Sister Jenkins, that's all right. God is everywhere. He's in the valleys and he's in the canyons. He sees and knows all. He knows what you're going through, and he knows just how much you can bear.
Reverend Taylor, I never thought this would happen to us. Robert and I, we had the American dream. We had it all. We had a beautiful home, fine cars, wonderful professional friends, good children. We had it all. And now it's about a week before Christmas, and me and my children are about to be put out on the street. We had it all.
Well, many people would certainly agree with you, but I wouldn't. See, out of all the things you mentioned having out there in the suburbs, you failed to mention Jesus. You took everything except the most important. You know what I think? I don't think this was by chance. God has allowed you to be here for a purpose. Could he be trying to get your attention? I don't know. Is he trying to tell you that just as he blessed you to have, that he can unbless you when he misuses his blessings? Maybe. I don't know what God may be thinking. But I think an educated guess would support the notion that he was just trying to get your attention.
Well, if he was trying, he succeeded. I'm back with an old whole story. Except now, I got 2 mouths to feed. And I have a child who's writing to Santa Claus. And I am worried as to where we will be sleeping on Christmas.
Well, don't expect a child to act like an adult. For us, we understand that Christmas, the true Christmas, is about the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. We teach the children the same. However, Santa Claus has a special meaning also. It didn't reserve a spot in hell for us, and it won't for them either. The church has an apartment. The rent will be affordable. Just go by and pick up the keys. You can move in immediately. While attending church service is not a requirement, we wouldn't lock the doors to prevent you or the children from worshiping with us. Oh, by the way, if you go downstairs on Wednesday, there might be some Santa's helpers with toys purchased especially to bring a smile to a little face on Christmas. We don't mind if Santa takes credit. As Christians, our job is to give. God knows who to credit.
Lord have mercy. How could I ever thank you enough for all that you have done?
Well, you might want to start sending up your own timber every day.
I am so happy to be in a place with hot running water and heat. Besides, it looks so nice. Everything looks so Christmassy.
Yeah, I even have the fireplace for Santa.
But it's bricked up, Susie. Santa will probably have to use the window.
Don't be silly. He'll use the fireplace. If he didn't have one, he would have used the window.
Oh, now I get it.
How about that? A fireplace. Okay, everybody to bed. Everybody to bed. Let's go.
Dinner, are you up? Did he come yet?
Girl, why are you awake? It's 4:30. Go back to sleep.
Okay.
And no, he did not come yet.
Dana, look. Look what you got.
Oh, Mom, how could you? Where did you? It's beautiful, Mom.
Maybe it was Santa Claus.
Mom, isn't she beautiful? I can't wait to show her to Janet.
Oh, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. In fact, everything is beautiful.
Mom, you know, I want to apologize for the way that I acted before. That wasn't right of me.
I'm sorry too, Dana. Please forgive me.
I do.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Lorraine Elke as Hattie. Andrea Shaw as Mrs. Antoli.
Alton Clark as Brother Joseph. Jennifer Connell as Principal Jones. Jalen Battle as Susie. Elijah Connell as Reverend Taylor. Teresa Battle as Mom. Elissa Connell, no, Teresa, Ruth Sales as Miss Burke. And Elisa Connell as Dana.